Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation news fans. Former Bachelor Season 28 winner Kelsey Anderson has made her New York Fashion Week debut, and her fiancé, Joey Graziadei, couldn't have been more proud. Joey, who is slated to begin his Dancing with the Stars journey next week, took to his Instagram story on Wednesday to post several pictures and videos of his future wife walking to Runway, despite being unable to attend the event. In a recent TikTok, Kelsey shared that she's taking on the new gig, modeling in a fashion show for designer Sherry Hill. Over one video of Kelsey walking the runway, Joey wrote, "That's my fiancé." He added, "Wish I could have been there, but look at you." While announcing the opportunity in her TikTok, Kelsey got emotional, sharing that she's grateful for being living out her dreams as a model in the NYFW show, and explained she's not taking anything for granted. She knows her opportunities are coming from the fact that so many Bachelor Nation viewers have supported her. Kelsey told her followers, "I wouldn't be able to do any of this without the people who have supported me and love Joey and I. I'm trying not to get emotional because I was crying last night about it. I'm just so thankful. I'm always trying to stay grounded in reality." Kelsey went on to explain that she realizes her life right now is fantastical, and while she's doing her best to enjoy it, she's also trying to make sure she keeps herself aware that this isn't reality. Before her time on the runway, Kelsey opened up about the Bachelorette's brutal Season 21 finale, which revealed that Jen Tran and winner Devin Strader did not ride off into the sunset. She took to her TikTok account shortly after the finale to praise the leading lady for being graceful during the horrible finale. "First things first, we gotta talk about last night's Bachelorette finale, because what the heck was that?" Kelsey started while getting ready to go out. "I do not know how it ended at all. How it ended, I don't think I could have prepared myself for. I was crying because I just can't imagine going through all of this that I went through and saying what I said and hearing what Joey said and someone just being like, 'Oh, I didn't actually mean that.'" She added, "Then why did you say it? But props to Jen for how she handled things. Honestly, if I was her, it would not have been as graceful, that's for sure." Kelsey then commended Jen for quickly moving on from her dumping, leaving LA for New York to go on Dancing with the Stars, which, she said, was so exciting. Watch The Bachelor free, $7.99 free view deal. The leading man has already made his intentions clear. He doesn't want to relive his most painful experience and plans to find a wife. While sitting down with People, he spoke about the pre-recorded season and how he handled the drama that always transpires. Ellis admitted he would always remind himself to get the facts and don't jump the gun. He said, "In a situation like that, where any move you make is really pivotal, I think that me waiting until I had all the evidence and then making a decision was the best move on the chessboard." The reality star said the issues that arose taught him a lot about himself, but also the women after his heart. He realized that their maturity showed how much they wanted a family and long-lasting relationship. "It's really easy for somebody to tell you what they want, but I think that actions speak louder than words," he declared. Ellis explained, "If they're starting drama, or if they're gossiping, or if they're doing certain things, that just indicates a lack of maturity. For me, a red flag is somebody who's too self-absorbed," he added. Joey is also a cast member this upcoming Season 33. Joey seems confident that he and Jen will have fun on the new season, telling Us Weekly, "I'm excited. I mean, Bachelor Nation runs deep, right? They always do Dancing with the Stars, so it's an exciting opportunity, and we're just going to have fun with it." He also admitted that he did see her earlier in the day ahead of their casting announcement, and they both felt the same way. I got to say hello and give her a hug," he said. "We're just, like I said, excited to get
Kelsey
this thing
Anderson walks NYFW, and Joey Graziadei is right there cheering her on. Lights, camera, Kelsey. New York Fashion Week always felt like a dream wrapped in silk and stitched with ambition. But this year, it wasn't just about the clothes, it was about Kelsey Anderson. Once known to Bachelor Nation as the shy but stunning woman who captured Joey Graziadei's heart, she was now about to capture the runway too. Backstage at the Spring Studios, models flitted past in varying degrees of glam and chaos, but Kelsey stood poised. The gown, an iridescent ivory number by designer Mara Linares, fit her like a whisper. Her hair was slicked back into a low bun, and her skin glowed under the prep lights. She wasn't just walking a runway, she was stepping into a new version of herself. Outside, just behind the security ropes, Joey Graziadei clutched his press badge and coffee like they were anchors in a storm of cameras. The former Bachelor stood humbly among stylists, bloggers, and celebrity handlers, but his eyes, they were fixed on her. "She's gonna crush it," Joey whispered to no one in particular, smiling like a teenager seeing his crush for the first time again. From reality TV to runway queen. The transition from Bachelor contestants of fashion darling wasn't exactly part of the plan, but nothing about Kelsey and Joey's story was conventional. After falling in love on season 28, the couple had ridden the waves of public scrutiny, long-distance drama, and constant online commentary. But Kelsey had always been more than a pretty face and a heartwarming edit. Modeling offers had begun trickling in while the show aired, but it wasn't until Vogue Runway called her a modern Audrey Hepburn with the soul of a poet that fashion took serious notice. Kelsey had resisted at first. "I'm not that girl," she told Joey over dinner one night. "You're exactly that girl," he replied, placing his hand over hers. "You just don't know it yet." Sidelines, but center stage. Back in the venue, Joey kept a low profile, hood up, sunglasses on, but everyone still noticed. Paparazzi snapped from afar, and whispers traveled through the venue like wildfire. "Is that Joey Graziadei, the Bachelor? Yeah, he's here for Kelsey. That's actually so hot." He ignored it all. Every click of the camera, every side glance. His entire focus was on the curtain, waiting for it to part and reveal his fiancée. And then it did. The music hit, a cinematic orchestral remix of Beyoncé's Alien Superstar. The first few models stormed the catwalk, serving fierce stares and polished pouts. And then came Kelsey. Joey forgot to breathe. There she was, strutting down the runway with effortless grace, strong, elegant, fierce. She didn't just walk, she owned the moment. Cameras flashed and the crowd murmured. And Joey? He clapped like a man possessed. "Let's go, baby," he whispered under his breath. No one heard, but it didn't. She did. Flashbacks and flashbulbs. As Kelsey reached the end of the catwalk and turned, Joey had a flashback to a simpler time. A beach date in Fiji, her barefoot in a sundress. That nervous laugh she gave when he first told her he was falling in love. He remembered thinking, this girl doesn't even know what she's capable of. And now she did. The show ended in thunderous applause. Designers bowed, models returned for a final lap. But Kelsey had one more surprise. Just before stepping off stage, she caught Joey's eye, blew a discreet kiss, and winked. That was it. He was a goner all over again. After-show champagne and secrets. Backstage, the energy was electric. Kelsey stood with the rest of the models holding a glass of champagne and soaking in the moment. Joey weaved through the crowd like a man on a mission. "Kelsey." She turned, a grin splitting her face. "Joey." He pulled her into a tight hug, lifting her off her feet. "You were unbelievable." "I didn't trip," she joked against his shoulder. "You were born for this," he whispered into her ear, and the sincerity in his voice made her chest tighten. But before she could respond, cameras swarmed them again. "Joey, Kelsey, one photo, please." They posed, arms wrapped tight, smiling wide. The industry takes note. Back at the Carlisle that evening, the press was already buzzing. Headlines read, "Bachelor's Kelsey Anderson wows at NYFW. Joey Graziadei steals hearts as supportive fiancé." From reality rose to runway icon, Kelsey's unlikely fashion takeover. Fashion insiders whispered that Mara Linares already wanted Kelsey for Paris. Meanwhile, Joey poured them champagne in their suite and smiled at the love of his life. "You're gonna get a call from Vogue." Kelsey shook her head in disbelief. "I still feel like a small-town girl." "You're a small-town girl who walked New York Fashion Week while your fiancé almost cried in the front row," Joey teased. "I saw that." Good. Love in the limelight. Despite all the noise, the critics, the media, the Bachelor Nation drama, Kelsey and Joey had something real, something strong. They had dinners at late-night bistros, quiet walks in Central Park, a shared playlist of Taylor Swift deep cuts and Bon Iver ballads. But Kelsey also had ambition now. And Joey, well, he had humility. He'd had his time in the spotlight. Now he was happy to be the man behind the woman. "I don't want to be the Bachelor forever," he told her one night. "I want to be your biggest fan." She kissed him, tears in her eyes. "Then I want to be your wife." The proposal? Again. They were already engaged, but something about that moment made Joey reach into his bag and pull out something he'd been carrying for weeks, a second ring. This one wasn't for the cameras. It wasn't picked by producers. It was personal, real. "I want this to be for us," he said. Kelsey's hands flew to her mouth as he knelt again, in their suite, in slippers, with the sounds of the city buzzing below. She nodded before he could even ask. Yes, always yes. The next chapter begins. The next morning, social media exploded. Photos of Joey down on one knee, taken sneakily by their stylist, went viral. Bachelor Nation wept. Fashion lovers cheered. Even former contestants chimed in. Kelsey was always too good for reality TV, Latia girl. Joey showing up for her like that? Take notes, boys, Charity Lawson. And the best part? Kelsey booked Paris. A legacy of love and style. Months later, Kelsey Anderson would grace the cover of Harper's Bazaar in a couture gown and tell the world, "I never saw this coming. I never thought I'd fall in love on a TV show, let alone fall in love with myself afterward. But Joey made me believe. In romance, in dreams, in everything." And Joey? He sat beside her at every show, quiet, proud, devoted. Bachelor Nation had crowned many love stories before, but none quite like theirs. Roses fade, but runways shine forever. Years from now, they'd joke about it. "The Bachelor made us famous, but Fashion Week made us forever," Kelsey would say, laughing as she walked a toddler through Central Park in head-to-toe Balenciaga. And Joey would smile, sipping coffee, pushing the stroller, and whispering to himself, "Let's go, baby."